The issue of social benefits is a multi-debatable one. I visited the Department of Social Security and caught up with some of those that require monetary aid to find out what they thought of the process. This is what they had to say.
I've been getting £196 every 2 weeks for the last 7 years. My son is going to be 7 years old. They pay me, I think it is £16 every 2 weeks for him. Yeah, and he's a big boy. He's massive. He's like nearly as tall as me. So how am I supposed to dress him? His uniforms, his food for school, because you have to take the food for school, which means it's a different thing than what you're going to cook at home. The drinks, the break. And I've got my 16-year-old who sits there and cries because I can't buy him a pair of trainers. So what am I supposed to do? They won't give me rent relief. They haven't even backdated my rent relief since I split up from my ex-husband 14 years ago. They've put it all on my rent. So I owe £8,000 rent. And they won't give me rent relief. And I've got a new house, which the rent is £174 a month. I get £196 every 2 weeks for 5 people living in my house. So how am I supposed to live off that if I pay rent, if I pay electric and water? Because they cut me off if I don't pay something. How do I feed my kids? So you tell me, and then they complain if I say, oh, if you're trying to sell hash or something, what do you do? What do you do? What do you live off? Huh? What do you live off? Because they won't put it up. They say the British wear, in England they help you much more. They help you with the uniforms, they help you with the kids, they help you with the house. Here they don't help you at all. I've been there begging, crying that I need rent relief, and they said no. And I said, you've got to backdate it. And they won't. And I've been on my own with 4 children. I was on my own, then I had my 5th one from another parent. But I was left with my eldest one was 12 years old, my youngest one was 2. And they didn't pay me for 2 years, the welfare. For 2 years. I was selling gold for pennies for my kids. 2 years. And when they started paying me, they gave me 156 quid every 2 weeks for me and my 4 children. And that was for like 4 or 5 years they paid me that. So I was supposed to, no wonder I owe so much money everywhere. What am I supposed to live off? And the clothes that people give me. And they don't do anything, they won't do anything. And for them to pay you, it's a drama. First you have to fight with all of them for them to pay you. So I think they should help people a bit more instead of building so many expensive houses for the rich. That's what they should do. And I don't know why the electrical motor has gone up so much. I don't understand why. Because I mean, to keep up the machines and everything, I mean, it's only a certain amount. I mean, you can't go over that. So why ask every time for more money, more money, more money? And the water, like where I used to live, it used to come out brown. You couldn't even drink it. You couldn't even drink it. And they were charging you a fortune for it. There's bills, this is burning. She got what, £300?
£320
for a month bill.
That's in mid-harvest.
In mid-harvest.
I remember writing that question.
So, and you tell me, where did that come from?
And they won't even take it off there. I have to pay it.
Where did that come from? Because if they give me something like that, I'll have a heart attack. I get a bill like that, I don't know what I'm going to do. How am I going to pay that?
I've got to try and get moved from there now. I can't afford it there. I'm going to have to move.
How are you going to move, Bernie? How are you going to move? It took me so long to move into there because I haven't managed to pay removals and that. It took me so long, how am I going to move again? I'm not well. I can't be moving again to an old house after waiting for 22 years for a new house. I'm not going to move. So they'll have to sort something out and help the people. That's what they're here for, not the government to watch. Are they here just to get money for themselves? Usually that's what they do. Because you see, when, I mean, the other, Bosano, at least he talks to you, he stands there and talks to you, but Caruana, he goes past you like, yeah. What's he think he is? He's a human being like all of us. The only thing is, he's more saborio, mama. But they don't help the people here. There's a lot of delinquency in Gibraltar because they don't, and there's nothing for the youth either. Nothing at all. Gibraltar is, we're going nowhere here. We're going nowhere with this government.
For people in the welfare, they should do posters for people in the welfare, like we
Yes.
have like the scheme for people in the teenagers, they should do it for people that are older.
Exactly.
That lost
I've
their
got
chance.
low levels. I've got English, O levels, Spanish.
because
I've got
we
a few.
lost the
All I
chance.
need is ITC or whatever, the computers. Why can't somebody pay me for it? I mean, I know a meal and everything, but I could get a job. I mean, I'm not going to do something that when you're in an office, I don't think it's going to kill me, you know? It's not going to kill me. It's not going to give me a heart attack, I don't think.
They do this scheme for teenagers, which is you in a workplace while you study, but they could do it for people here. Because people that come here don't have the chance to study. And to go back to work because you haven't got any qualifications, but if you can't study because you have to pay for it, because you have to pay for it, and you don't have money to pay for it, how do you go back to work?
Paid every week, right? The same amount of money that we're getting every 2 weeks, right? I get 190 every 2 weeks. I was getting that in the UK every week, right?
I think we should get more social because in UK they pay for your electricity, your house, your water. They help you off with the uniforms, they help you off with the milk for the kids. And here it's just basic pay and pay full electricity, full water because everything's private now, nothing's from the housing. And you have to pay even full rent. I mean £80 rent plus I get £300. What am I supposed to live off? No, it's too expensive. So we need some kind of help, either with electricity and the water arrears, or my electricity and my water arrears are just going up and up and up. I mean, someday they're just going to cut it off. I have gone to the house and had no electricity before. So I think it's bad. I have 3 children and it's bad. And the government doesn't do anything about it. So sure, somebody must do something about it. Like if we are British, they should do it by British laws, no? The same way as in the UK, because Gibraltar is more expensive. I've been to England last week and it's more expensive. Like here. There, you get a piece of bread for 28p, here it's £2. I get the same social I got 10 years ago. I mean, before, 10 years ago, sugar used to cost me 35p, now it costs me £1. So everything's gone up except my wages. The cost of living in 10 years, how much has gone up? Everything.
Too expensive for a local.
Exactly, and the wages are exactly the same as 10 years ago. How can that be? I mean, somebody must look at it and say, okay, the cost of living is this, you've got 3 children, here you go. I get 160 every 2 weeks for 3 children. And I can't work because the government doesn't put anything for single mothers to put their kids in nursery. Like in England also, if you got social, they will help you out, put your kids in the nursery, you don't pay the nursery and you can work. And then the people get out of social benefits. But here there's no help for that. I have to pay £300 and then I get minimum wages of maybe £600. So I'm working for £200 a month. So it's not even worth it. So that's all I have to say really.
No, my point is I've been working for 30 years in the Gibraltar government, HM Dockyard. About 6 years ago, I had to go on medical grounds because I had no choice. Since then, I've been coming here to get the welfare benefit. I'm getting £40 a week after 30 years of working full-time, paying my short stamps. And I'm come on medical grounds. I don't think this is fair. I'm on my own. I'm a divorced woman. I have my children, only one of them is working, one is in UK, and that's what I'm getting, the benefit, £40 a week, and I've been contributing 30 years, paying all my stamps and everything, and this is what I get.
Government is putting everything up, all the prices of food, tobacco, everything. And we who are depending on the social benefit, we only get £81 every 2 weeks, with £49.50. What can we do? It's not fair. We don't have enough money to pay bills, electricity bills, rent, and things like that. Even if they, with the rent, if they give rent relief, we still got to pay. At least for me, £23.50 every month. From 160, we do it by month. 162 pounds. How can we pay £23 on that, pay the bills, pay that? What is left for? Nothing, absolutely nothing. That is a shame what government is doing. And nobody is thinking on the poorest people. They always think on the rich. And they are making the rich richer and the poor poorer.
These are just some of the many disgruntled individuals I encountered at the social. The question we should ask ourselves is, why is the poor and rich divide so prevalent, and how can we stop it from further escalating? This has been Christian Wright reporting for GIB-Radio.